Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller, and welcome back to some more Pokemon BATAW! Folks, the topic of today's video is going to concern a special little bug known as Shedinja, or in my case, I have a Shedinja known as Invincibug. Now I'm going to tell a quick story about the Shedinja and why I'm using it today, but if you don't want to hear the story and you just want to watch the battle for today's video, then please feel free to jump to the timestamp that you see on the screen right now. Good? Alright, story time! So Shedinja is a unique Pokemon. I mean, all Pokemon are unique, sure, but Shedinja has a very unique gimmick. Shedinja's ability is Wonder Guard, and in short, that means that direct damage can only be dealt to Shedinja if a move is super effective toward it. Now, it does have the unique typing of Bug Ghost, which is not fantastic defensive typing, as it is weak to Ghost, Dark, Flying, Fire, and Rock, all pretty common types. But it does gain immunity to several other common types, such as Psychic, Fairy, Fighting, Dragon, Electric, Water, and Ice. Anytime one of these moves is used against it, Shedinja will not take damage at all and the move will be rendered null and void. Now the reason I'm using Shedinja today is because this little ghost bug rose in popularity after I used it to try and defeat a Mewtwo raid, and I succeeded. It's worth pointing out that I and many other trainers tried doing these Mewtwo raid battles with several different Pokemon, and they were tough. We tried all sorts of different strategies with legendary Pokemon and setting up stuff, but ultimately the Pokemon that was victorious for me was Shedinja. So that got me thinking, how can I start using Shedinja more competitively in this series? I mean, after all, it helped me defeat a Mewtwo. Shedinja is a Pokemon I've been using for a long time. In fact, the one that I use originates all the way back from my Pokemon Emerald walkthrough. Even there, it got me out of plenty clutch situation. But competitively, Shedinja is tough to use because it only has 1 HP. So if a move is super effective toward it, it will die in 1 hit. Until now, I've primarily used Shedinja in single battles, where it can hold a Focus Sash and take up to 2 hits, unless a weather condition or a status ailment kills it. However, in doubles, I feel that the aim of the game is different. I don't feel a Focus Sash is as useful on Shedinja, and instead I shall be giving it Safety Goggles. This means that Shedinja can't get hurt by the weather, which is prominent in doubles battles, and by bringing a Shedinja at all, my opponent will have to make sure to bring a Pokemon that can deal damage to it. Even if I don't actually bring Shedinja into a battle, just having Shedinja on my team in the team preview screen is enough to act as a scare tactic to require my opponent to bring specific Pokemon. So, if I do bring Shedinja, then the goal is simple. I simply need to take out Pokemon that can KO Shedinja. I don't necessarily have to worry about taking out all of my opponent's Pokemon, I just have to focus on the ones that can harm Shedinja. If I do that, my opponent will be unable to harm Shedinja, and by default, I'll win the match. And so, for the first time ever, I'm going to go ahead and use Shedinja in a competitive doubles ranked match. But it's the novelty of Wonder Guard that I'm going for. So, alright, Invincibug, we're going to see how useful you are today in a doubles match against people who generally know what they're doing. And so, that brings us to now. I have a Shedinja that's ready to go. This Shedinja is like any other Shedinja. You don't have to EV train all of its stats. You don't have to get bottle caps for all of its stats because its only useful stats are attack and speed. And even then, its speed is very low, so attack is the main thing that needs focus. And then I gave my Shedinja Safety Goggles, so I guess I'm ready. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see if I even enter Shedinja into this battle. Maybe just having it is enough, but it's a new season. I'm playing in this season for the first time, and I decided to bring Shedinja with me. Also, Lapras is allowed, finally, so I can use Gigantamax Lapras as well. I've got Darmanitan for pure power. If I choose not to bring Lapras, I can always bring Espeon to set up screens. Sylveon's defensive. Weavile has Fake Out. That's basically all there is to it. No real theme to the team. I have screens, so that would technically make it a more defensive team, but Darmanitan's not defensive at all, and Shedinja certainly isn't defensive with only 1 HP. Point is, my team doesn't have a theme. It's an experimental team. I'm rank 1. I'm against another rank 1 player who has Rotom, Sylveon, Durant, Excadrill, Quagsire, and Grimmsnarl. Okay. Excadrill and Rotom can take out the Shedinja. Sylveon could have has Mystical Fire, which it might. A lot of Sylveon are running that. So, in that case, we'll do Weavile because I think Fake Out will be useful. I'll set up my screens. Grimmsnarl could be setting up screen. I'm kind of hoping you bring the Grimmsnarl. Quagsire is an interesting one. May as well go full force power with Darmanitan and then Shedinja. If I'm bringing Lapras, I don't really need to bring Espeon because they will serve the same purpose. And Sylveon might not be super useful here if you have Durant and Excadrill. So we're gonna roll with this. All right, and then because I'm on the left side of the screen, I believe that means we're going to my arena, which is the Ice Arena, baby. I think that's how that works. Yep, here we go. Pokemon Shield! Alright, what you starting off with? Excadrill and Quagsire. Okay, Quagsire is slow, Excadrill is fast. I'd love to use Fake Out on Excadrill, but you might be Dynamaxing it. And if I use Fake Out on it, then Dynamaxing will make your flinch null and void. You'll work through it. So maybe what I should do, I want to fake out Excadrill, but I can't risk that. Maybe I should fake out Quagsire, because Quagsire probably could one-hit KO Weavile, so we'll do that. Ooh, Freeze Dry on Quagsire sounds like a good idea, but we're just going to set up my screens. I don't think he has Brick Break on anything, so I need to get my screen set up now. So we'll do this. The Quagsire could have Water Absorb, or it could have Unaware. I don't want to risk it having Water Absorb because that is a viable strategy. That's a strategy that I use, so I'm not going to use any water moves against it. I'm just going to go ahead and set up my screens. We'll deal with the Quagsire a little later. And then, is he Dynamaxing the Excadrill? That's the question. Did I call this correctly? He is not Dynamaxing the Excadrill. Doggone it. I mean, he could still Dynamax it later, but it just means I might be in trouble. Okay, but... oh, hey, I'm actually alive. I didn't even set up the screens yet, so that's good that I survived that. And then I have the weakness policy, so this will get an attack boost. So let's see how much this does now. Boom. G-Max Resonance. And then... not enough to kill. That's okay. It wasn't a super effective hit. It was just a neutral hit, and you might have some defense on you. I don't know how defensive Excadrill is. It's not known for being a defensive Pokemon, but you could have a decent defense stat. Quagsire is certainly bulky, so you're going to be a problem. But I'm glad that I got Fake Out on at least one of you. Okay, well, we're just going to have to go for full-out attack then. If you're, I might be faster than Excadrill because it doesn't have Sand boosting its speed. It has Mold Breaker. And then we'll just have everything go after Excadrill, just in case. I don't think you're going to have Protect. So we'll do this. So there's Rocks. Oh, you are faster, Doi. Because I just pointed out how Weavile was still... no, I wouldn't have known that. Because I used Fake Out, and Fake Out's a priority move. So I didn't know Excadrill was going to be faster. That's on me. But it doesn't matter if it's faster now. It's dead. So that's good. Rock Slide user is dead. Shedinja might be okay in the back. I don't know what the Quagsire has. It could have Rock Slide. If it doesn't have Rock Slide, I don't think it will hurt me. It'll probably have Waterfall or Earthquake. It has Recover, which is kind of good to see. I just don't know what other moves it would have. I need to wait it out. So maybe we'll save Shedinja just in case. Gotta KO any other threats. KO the Durant if you brought that. KO... what did I say the other threat was? I didn't... oh, Rotom. Rotom would be the other threat. Okay, Rotom could still be in the back. Let's just Flare Blitz this Durant. Actually, no! Second guessing myself. Durant will probably get one shot. Even though I have the screen set up, Durant can probably take me out in one hit, especially if he Dynamaxes it, which is probably what he's going to do. What I should do instead is I should switch to Shedinja, waste one of its turns, get Max Lightning or something off on it. That way I have Thunder ready to go for when Lapras returns back to her normal form. And then I can send in Darmanitan later, because Darmanitan will be faster, no doubt. But I can't afford to lose Darmanitan now in case Shedinja faints and I'm in trouble. So, although the aim of the game is still just to take out any of my opponent's Pokemon that have a super effective hit toward Shedinja, I also need to be a little cautious because this Durant could have a Rock-type attack. Darmanitan can come in later and try to take it out then, but I need to scope this out. If you don't have a Rock-type attack, you will not hurt Shedinja. Boom! This is working out. This is working out. At the very least, you don't get the attack boost. I don't know if the Quagsire is going to use Rock Slide or not. I don't think it has Rock Slide. I think if it has Recover, its only attacking moves are probably going to be Waterfall and Earthquake. Maybe it has Ice Punch or something, but I don't think it has Rock Slide. Am I right about this? It has Scald. A special attacking Quagsire? It's fascinating. Okay, well, that works out for me, because you can't use Scald on Lapras, because she has Water Absorb, and you can't use Scald on Shedinja. So, if you're using Earthquake, you'll hurt your Durant, which is something I would love to see. And then we'll go ahead and switch back to Darmanitan and see what your vibe is. Ah, do I want to switch back to Darmanitan? I do. And then we'll use Freeze Dry on you. Okay. Here's the part where we see if Durant has a Rock-type move or not. Because I don't think you're going to have a Fire-type move. I don't think you're going to have a Ghost-type move. You could have Crunch or something and have a Dark-type move. But whatever it is, if you're using a Rock-type move, it'll be super effective toward Darmanitan, but he might survive. I'm glad you didn't get the Max Knuckle off. Oh, you are using Max Knuckle. Oh, but you're using it on Lapras. Okay, I guess I should have considered that. I'll be alive. Good. And then I'll be faster next turn. You don't have a way to boost your speed, so that's good. Let's see what the Quagsire is going to do. Quagsire is... well, let's see if Freeze Dry kills it first. Maybe. No. Quagsire is bulky. All right. Barely survived, but Toxic. All right. I actually didn't think you'd have Toxic, but I suppose that was pretty obvious, huh? Toxic Recover, classic. All right, well, hey, in that case, Quagsire needs to go down because Toxic might KO Shedinja. Safety Goggles prevents me from getting hurt by a lot of things, powder moves included. Does Toxic count as a powder move? I don't know. But okay, we'll freeze dry Quagsire, get it out of here, and we'll Flare Blitz Durant, and that should KO both of them. Darmanitan should be faster than... Yeah, there we go. So that should do it. And boom! Durant is down! Excellent. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, and then Quagsire should be taken care of here. Now, what's your final Pokemon? If it's not Rotom, I think I win by default unless that Pokemon also has Toxic or Confuse Ray or something. Because Weather won't hurt me, and you would need a super effective move to hurt me. So let's see what your last Pokemon is. I'm very curious now. I don't quite remember what your other Pokemon were. Oh, my Aurora Veil has worn off, but that's okay. Rotom was my concern. I don't think you have Rotom with you, though. I do not think that you brought it. I think you brought something else. You brought... Ooh, I'm actually quite happy to see this. Unless you have a Dark-type move, which you might, I think I'm in the clear. I don't think you have anything else that will harm Shedinja. And just because I'm so certain about that, I actually am going to switch to Shedinja because this is going to be make it or break it time. So, we'll go ahead and go for Life Dew just in case. Or I guess I should attack, huh? So, we'll do... Who do I want to switch out? Okay, we'll switch out Darmanitan for Shedinja, and then we'll just have Lapras do the attack. Or we'll do Life Dew. No, we'll just attack. We'll just attack. See how much this does. I have to make an option. We'll Life Dew. We'll heal. We'll heal just in case. No, we'll Hydro Pump. We'll Hydro Pump. It's fine. It's fine. Hydro Pump. Might miss. Whatever. Darmanitan's coming back. Let's see what move you were going to use. I don't think you're going to harm Shedinja. I think I'm in the clear. Grimmsnarl usually sets stuff up. I had a feeling. Actually very glad to see that because that also means you're not attacking this turn, period. Boom. Hydro Pump. Hits. You set up physical defense, not special defense, so this should deal a ton of damage. And you were still barely alive. All right. Well, it won't deal a whole lot of damage, but I can go for it. We'll do that, and then we'll get the freeze dry on you, and we'll call it a day, huh? So it's not really Shedinja's prime battle. Shedinja itself didn't do a whole lot. Yeah, you're going to paralyze stuff. Or you're going to paralyze Lapras. Okay. Maybe Shedinja will land the final blow. I don't know. This isn't a really great battle that showcased what Shedinja can do, but I do firmly believe that it messed with my opponent's head a little bit because he had to bring at least one thing that could harm Shedinja. Because he had the Quagsire with Toxic. He was ready to go with that, but he could have pulled it off had I not switched out. So I don't know. I'm going to do a few more battles with Shedinja to see what I really can do with it, because I don't think I've reached its full potential. I really just sent it out, blocked one hit, and brought it back in. So Shedinja definitely helped, but that's not a battle that can represent what it does. You know, I did that battle where I wanted to showcase Follow Me Lucario. Let's see, what did you have a Rock-type move? You didn't. You cannot hurt Shedinja. Now, I had to switch out Shedinja anyway because of Quagsire, and your fourth move was Earthquake. Okay, what other Pokemon could hurt me? You could not, so I was in the clear at the end. And then you could... Sylveon did have Mystical Fire. Okay, so this team was pretty stacked against me. I am going to record a few more battles with the Shedinja to see what results will come up, because I don't feel like I properly utilized Shedinja just yet. But that'll be for next time. For now, that wraps up this episode of Pokemon BATAW, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. And if you'd like to try and challenge me, and if you want to specifically challenge the Shedinja, then please fill out the form in the description down below, and I'll fulfill your request as soon as I can. For now, bye-bye, humans! Whoosh! Hey, thank you for watching my video all the way to the end. If you want to show your support, one of the best things you can do is leave a comment down below. So if you have anything nice you want to say about the video, or if you have any questions, I'll try to respond to whatever I can at my earliest convenience. Either way, your support means a lot and I really appreciate it. I hope to see you all in the future. Bye-bye!